Next talk, please welcome Dr. Mok Chung, who is the president of Stemcell Bio. He'll be talking about joint stem and US development plans. Thank you for coming.
Good morning. Thank you, JHU-Korea organizing committee for this event. I am really pleased and excited at meeting with passionate scientists and seeing colleagues, former friends, and friends, so forth. Thank you for that. I joined this company 6 months ago. I am still at learning curve, and probably most of you are a stranger for this company, and I'd like to have this opportunity to introduce our company, what we are doing, where we are going, so forth. I am responsible for clinical development and regulatory aspect for this position, and for that, my time will be focused on that aspect. As a disclaimer, this is my story, not the company. How this aspect. Again, I want to introduce brief aspect of this company and what current development say us and where we are going in terms of fast evolving business plans in this. BioStar is the holdings company, and under the umbrella, we do have various business branch. Our circle is the summary of the a total of 5 hospitals and clinics. 2 are in Seoul, 3 are in Japan, in different cities. Second circle summarized our major business branch. One branch is responsible for R&D. The other branch is responsible for development or supply chain aspect. Third branch is responsible for commercial aspect. That name is so-called Stemcell. That company is listed in KOSDAQ, that is Korean version of NASDAQ. That's Stemcell specifically. Last component is in Japan, JASC, Justin. That branch is responsible for regenerative medicine practice in Japan, including those 3 hospitals, clinics. US, we just began building subsidiary. We do have 2 branches. One is the Stemcell America. The other one is the Stemcell Bio. So those 2 are just beginning of building these 2 US subsidiary. Founder, probably you will learn from many news media or other articles. Chong Chan-ra, he's the doctor, PhD. Interestingly, he is a Reverend, and he is building this BioStar Holdings company and many branches in Korea, Japan, and gearing up very heavily in this. Highlighting major business, the annual income is in Japan's regenerative medicine. I want to capture 2 aspects. Number 1, officially, this company has been approved with up to 16 indications in Japan, including urology, psychiatrics, autoimmune, broad spectrum of indications in Japan. Second component I want to highlight as a quantitative information. Since 2015, this company has provided 15,000 subjects, over 160,000 injections. I consider this is heavy clinical data, clinical experience generated out of Japan's regenerative medicine practice. Last regarding company introduction, I want to capture major indication development in US. This company has already two commercial INDs. Number one, knee osteoarthritis, that is the beginning of phase 3 operation. Second US commercial IND is Alzheimer's disease, and it is the phase 1 stage. Including those two commercial IND in US, we are building up other indications, including some neurologic indications and other illnesses. I want to move to second aspect, specifics. One platform, joint stem, what is the current development stage, capturing a few aspects. Joint stem is the adipose tissue-driven autologous mesenchymal stem cell product indicated again knee osteoarthritis, injected into intra-articular space. In plain language, it's a space between, within knee, say. Mode of action, we are generating pharmacologic data in terms of the inflammatory aspect and regenerative aspect. We build up quite significant pharmacologic data in these two aspects. This is the schematic summary where we are in terms of clinical development. Upper blue, the square summarizing over 20 years clinical development in Korea space, beginning with phase 1 in 2006 and currently building up phase 3 and 5 years follow-up from the phase 3 studies. Lower part is yellow square corresponding US development. Finished one phase 2 studies and second phase 2 study almost done, and we are trying to understand cohort behavior of this phase 2 US study. This is highlighting where we are in terms of data. It's capturing two clinical endpoints in knee osteoarthritis. Number one is the typically WAMAC, that is the patient-reported outcome parameter. Second one is the VAS, that is the prevailing pain measure in clinical trials. Both schematic summary up to 5 years, so-called sustainability of efficacy up to 5 years. You can see this data nowhere you will see. Currently, US approved knee osteoarthritis management. It's less than 6 months efficacy durability you will see. This is the single injection to the knee space. Durability or sustainability, maintenance of this efficacy, you name it. We current follow data up to 5 years, generating wonderful, unprecedented efficacy data. I want to highlight this. This year, we achieved incredible regulatory success, beginning with the so-called RMAT, that is the clinical development special designation out of C or domain. Beginning with this RMAT, we received the breakthrough designations, PTD designation. Out of that, we received unusual expanded access clearance. if you are in clinical development domain, expanded access is for usually at the end of the clinical trial. You are supposed to offer the patient for continuing or maintaining this therapy out of the breakthrough designation. FDA recommend we can give any patient in US as long as they are not participating in clinical trial. We can provide this product before application of a BLA or before any clinical trial finishing. So we consider these three FDA designation recognition, for RMAT breakthrough designation and expanded access permit is an unprecedented situation. We are very proud of this stage of progress. Out of this, the expedite program, we achieved a few landmark events through this so-called regulatory landmark meetings. Number one, through the communication with the FDA, FDA acknowledged phase 3 study conducted in Korea is equally pivotal for US. We consider this as the landmark achievement. Considering you are supposed to do 2 phase 3 clinical trial, this means we can conduct only 1 pivotal clinical trial in US that save a few years development and at least $100 million. Expect if you are not familiar with this, what it means, I want to highlight to expect. Also, comparing other osteoarthritis protocol, duration of clinical trial, and many other pivotal aspects of design, FDA was very supportive and with that we can expedite this clinical phase 3 program in the US compared to other competitive approaches. Next 2 aspects, I want to briefly capture fast evolving US business plan study. And number 1 is we are building Stemcell research campus in Baltimore area. A little more specifics of that. The Baltimore campus candidate, we are scaling up to $1 million in 6 years plan. That is the name so-called Gaslight Square in just the south side of Ravens Park, or if you like more baseball, that is the Camden Yard or Orioles Park, just 5 minutes or 10 minutes walking distance of the south side. 100 years old building. We are converting that as the latest bio lab. That is a landmark event to Baltimore in Maryland State, I guess. Overall, our budget is the planning for up to 500 working capital and up to $400 million investment incremental annually from 2026 to 2031 or 2032. That is our budget. The second component, the fast evolving business landscape. I'm not sure you pay attention. I want to put the analogy to marijuana. Marijuana is the federally illegal, but many states legalize marijuana. I would say from second half of this year, stem therapy is following marijuana concept. Federally, it's only legalized once you approve the FDA, but many states they legalize the stem cell therapy in specific states. That's beginning with the Florida, followed the Texas, Montana, Rhode Island. There's a few states specific. They legalized their stem cell or cell therapy within the state. And we are the top tier competitor in that domain, I would say. With that, we are gearing up very heavily state specific stem cell therapy business. If you the fond of reading legal document, this is a very short laws. I would say only 3 to 4 pages, capturing many scientific components, yet what you can do in this stem cell therapy or cell therapy in Florida. And with that, we are building 3 pillars. Number one is something regulatory success domain, ensuring regulatory compliance. The last domain is something I schematically captured where we are moving on in terms of capital asset. With this, your continued interest and support would be very much appreciated, and welcome to any comment, question, discussion point.
Thank you. Can take one question.
Thank you for tonight's talk. Do you have any intention to apply your stem cell therapy for it, immune related?
Okay, so that's part of indication expansion aspect. Okay, to straightforward with you, I guess the stem cell or cell therapy, it's tough to generate specific mode of action related pharmacologic data. So short answer, yes, we are very much interested in particularly autoimmune as late stage clinical company. I want to say more unmet medical need we are targeting, and thus we pinpoint autoimmune disease out of that. Considering this tough aspect generating specific mode of action pharmacological data, we are targeting secondary aspect of autoimmune, that is the chronic pain management. I want to remind one more time, our knee arthritis phase 3 program is not to generate the disease modifying aspect. That is one more time symptomatic management. That's the WOMAC and VAS indication. That's how I want to capture your question. Number one, yes. Number two, we are pinpoint more unmet medical need with the rare disease of autoimmune. So it's taken down. Third, where we are going, probably disease modifying aspect. Once we get some decent approval, we will gear up the mode of action aspect. But we are toward symptomatic management aspect. That's how I would capture.
Thank you so much.